Hey YouTube, it's TheHawkinator here, and it's been actually quite a long while since I've done one of these. I apologize for that. My internet hasn't been the greatest lately, and I was on winter break, so I was working full time like I do on my breaks. But I managed to put together a new deck over the break, and I'm kind of ticked off about this whole deck profile that I'm doing right now, is because I got the idea to do this deck about, I don't know, 2 months ago, and I assembled the cards and I built it and I started playing on Skype like I do. And then three of the big YouTube, I guess, three big faces in the YouTube community have started talking about this deck, like right when I was going to make my deck profile. So I was like, oh, I'm going to just postpone it for 2 weeks and then I'll make it, you know. So I guess it didn't come out exactly, but this is a new deck that I've been playing. And so far, my record on Skype is 36-7 as of 2 days ago. I didn't play the last 2 days. So it does work fairly consistency. This deck is getting an increased amount of popularity lately. At first it wasn't all that popular, but now people are catching on to how just broken, I guess, this deck is. And it's a really cheap deck compared to my Rockstone deck. It still has a lot of investment that you have to do in it, particularly the extra deck. So that's what's going to kind of cost you. So I made this deck as common as I could, and I think, well, I guess it's not as common as I could, but it's pretty commonized compared to my other decks. So I'll just get off. By the way, this is not for trade or sale. Like, I've got a whole bunch of people that want this colored Stardust Dragon, and I don't really feel like trading it. So yeah, don't bother. All right, this is FishTK, or Fish Turn Kill, I guess, if you want to spell it. FishTK. Start right off the bat. We have three of the Super Ancient Deep Sea Coelacanth, common. He is actually like Rescue Cat on steroids. So yeah, he's what makes the deck ticks. And then the fish you want to grab with him are 3 Fishboard Blaster and 3 Oyster Meisters. So there you go. Next we use we don't use the Gen X engine to get these guys out. We use the frog. So we have 2 Treeborn Frog, 3 Swap Frog, that colored one, 3 Dupe Frog, and a Rodent Totem, as you can see. And so we have the fish, we have the frogs, and then what I like about this deck is that you kind of can customize it to go a little bit more stallish, I guess. So we run Gores. With a lot of tributes going around, we can definitely run Light and Darkness Dragon. And then this is what I like. I like 3 Snowman Eater. This kind of lets you slow down yourself and your opponent while you stall out and get the cards that you need to OTK. And Snowman Eater is a great water card for that purpose, with 1900 defense and a great flip effect. So, actually it's not really a flip effect, but he's when he's flipped face up. So this is where we get a little pricey. I run 3 Pot of Dualities in here just because it adds amazing consistency to any deck pretty much right now. Barring a few like Quick Draw Plants and Gladiator Beasts, you probably won't see Pot of Duality in those decks. But I really like it in this deck because then again, you know, there are times when you're not OTKing, you're setting Snowman Eaters and you're setting, or summoning Light and Darkness Dragon, so that works. Pot of Duality, Pot of Duality is a great investment, I guess. Also, for more speed, we run triple Moray of Greed. Surprisingly, I had no idea that this card was worth, you know, a lot as a common. Like, this is a really kind of pricey common card. I know on eBay I was looking a few times and it was like around $4 to $6 for one of these. So I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I'm glad I had them. So yep, 3 more of Greed, 2 gold Sarcophagus to search out your win conditions, which are right here: Cold Wave and Giant Trunade. These are what let you OTK. Foolish Burial, because we have a lot of frogs that we can send to the graveyard that benefit themselves in the graveyard, I guess. Triple Enemy Controller, because you can abuse it with Treeborn Frog. Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, and 2 MST. These are just generic staple cards. So, one thing you may notice, I do not run any traps because I'm running triple pot of duality. Some people, they drop the pot of dualities and they run like Water Art Howie, I think is how you pronounce it, and stuff. So just kind of flipping through the deck, it's upside down, but I think you get a good view. I'm not going to do a tutorial on what the OTK is because I believe several people on YouTube have shown that, so it's not like I need to be all redundant and everything, but I will show my extra deck, which is Black Rose Dragon, Shooting Star Dragon, Stardust Dragon. I know they're hard to see, but they're boss. I have Justice Catastor, Brionac, Goyle, Red Dragon Archfiend, Scrap Dragon, 2 Armory Arm, Colossal Fighter, She Dragon Geshieldodon, Sea Dragon Lord Geshieldodon, my bad, and triple Formula Synchrons. Also, what I like about this deck is that you can have the ability to switch into or side into many different decks. Like this deck can easily side into Formula Monarchs. You know, game 2, you can easily slide into Water Quick Draw, you know, with the frogs running Quick Draw Dandy Warrior and stuff. And that's pretty cool. I mean, then, you know, one of my favorite side deck cards for this is Malvoyant Catastrophe because I believe it is a good card. A lot of people don't like it, but I do. Because it can easily clear all back row for another OTK since your opponent... Game 1, your opponent will see you're not running traps, so they'll probably think it's a set enemy controller or a bluff, and then they'll attack, and you can flip Malvoyant Catastrophe, destroy all their cards, and OTK. So, yeah, that's the deck. Also, in the mail today, I got my triple Grungers. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to test out with one of these guys, and the other 2 are going to be for trade bait. So I might actually keep 2. I'll probably keep 2. Just because Grunger is also working well in Quick Draw Dandy War. And lastly, I guess I got my tokens. So, yep, that's the deck. It's consistent OTK. It's probably broken. I'm not sure if it's going to get touched at all by the ban list. I guess it depends on how much its popularity rises. So, I would highly recommend this deck, actually, if you're going to a tournament, to definitely run this deck, because it is gaining popularity, but it is still not as well known, so people probably won't be as prepared for it as they should. And you can definitely, you know, you can sweep a regional or a Shonen Jump with this. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about this, pretty much. Thanks for watching. I got the idea before WK Dead, Team Minority SPG, and MCO40, you know, did the deck. I know I don't have any proof, but I don't want to feel like I'm jumping on the bandwagon here, even though I kind of did. But that's all, YouTube. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time. Take care.